So 8 starters here in heat race number one of night number 2. Heat 4 for the weekend for our Thompson's Auto Parts Street Stocks. They're the people to see here in Collie for all your auto parts requirements of the team at Thompson's Auto Parts. And Damon Thompson starting from pole position for this final 8-lap event of the weekend for our Street Stocks. Jamie Goodwin all the way from Esperance in car number 609 starting on his outside. Paul Briggs, after finding the concrete wall, is back for night 2. Paul Joss in 69. Greg Hall in 10. Damien Amato in 81, who's had a feature race win the last 2 weekends. Ethan Genev is back in the EL Falcon tonight, car number 74. And the 51 of Justin Meljus. Your 8 Street Stocks to do battle on night 2. And the visiting driver all the way from Esperance to be here this weekend. Car number 609, the Ford Falcon of Jamie Goodwin, will lead through Palmer's Corner for the first of 8 occasions. And Paul Joss quickly up into second place. And the ODH Mechanical Commodore puts Damon Thompson back to third from Paul Briggs, who unfortunately found the concrete wall rather heavily here in the front straight last night. But the Collie Tire and Exhaust number 12 Ford Falcon is on the hustle early here on night 2 from Damien Amato. Ethan Genev, who had a very big accident last night, and his primary car, the FG Falcon, is going back to the old faithful. The EL number 74 is a bit of a slide job by Paul Briggs down there in turn number 1. Damon Thompson comes back underneath in car 10. Damien Amato looking to get himself into contention here in car number 81. Feature race win 2 weekends ago. The Ivex Industries Southwest Sedan Championship round number 3 down at the Trade Hire, Augusta Market River Speedway, and then a feature race win last Saturday night down at Bunbury in support to the Super Sedan State title. He's in 5th place as Damien Amato in car number 81, holding off the 74 of Ethan Genev, who'll be just trying to reacquaint himself with the older model Falcon here in heat race number 4 of the weekend from Greg Hall and Justin Meljus. But Jamie Goodwin hasn't done a whole lot of racing, only started in Speedway just a little over 12 months ago. And the Esperance Combined Tire Mechanical Falcon, he's doing a nice job. Did a bit of drifting work back in his homeland, New Zealand, back in the day, they tell me. So he's pretty familiar with manhandling a race car, and he's doing a nice job out in front. And the Ford Falcon, car number 609. The Esperance Toyota Speedway having their grand final show next Saturday night on Easter Saturday, where Jamie Goodwin will be in action in the Southeast Open Championship for the Street Stocks. And Paul Joss is closing the gap on our race leader, car number 69. The Holden Commodore, who didn't take part on night 1, is reeling in Jamie Goodwin. In car number 609, 2 to run in this opening heat for our senior divisions on night 2. And Paul Joss, does he have enough real estate to work with to find a way past Jamie Goodwin? Further back, Damon Thompson slowing in car 10 and has fell back to 6th place. Not sure what the drama is. He's limping down the back straight as Damon Thompson, but Jamie Goodwin, 1 lap between himself and his first heat race win of his career here at Collie. He runs a little bit wide as he exits turn number 2. Paul Joss has a look to the inside, a touch between Goodwin and Paul Joss, and it might cost Paul Joss 2nd place as Paul Briggs goes around the outside of Paul Joss. The 2 Pauls battle for 2nd and 3rd right down to the line. Jamie Goodwin's got to just hold on and prevail. And heat 4 of the Street Stocks narrowly from Paul Briggs, who got up for 2nd in the end from Paul Joss in 69. Damien Amato will be 4th in 81 from the 74 of Ethan Genev. And a slowing Damon Thompson. Looks like he might just hold on for 6th place in the Thompson's Auto Parts Falcon. Going to get there just ahead of the Bunbury Car Club registered number 10 of Greg Hall. So Collie 10 will be 6th of Damon Thompson from Bunbury's. Greg Hall will be 7th. And Justin Meljus in car number 51 from the Perth Metropolitan area. Rounds out your finishes, but the visiting driver, Jamie Goodwin, scores maximum points in heat 4 of the Thompson's Auto Parts Street Stocks. The nice drive to hold off a fast finishing Paul Briggs and Paul Joss there in that particular affair. Great to have a couple extra Street Stocks doing battle here on night 2.